welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, I will do a chapter 3 summary. So network protocols and communication. So network protocols and communication again. Then we have section and objectives. In chapter 3, we have 3.1 rules of communication, 3.2 network protocols and standards, 3.3 data transfer in the network. So first, 3.1 is the rule of communication. Excuse me. So communication fundamentals or communication methods have three elements in common. So we have a source or sender, destination or receiver, we have channel or medium. So rules or protocol govern our method of communication. So we have rule establishment. Protocols are necessary for effective communication include unidentified sender and receiver, common language and grammar, speed and time of delivery, confirmation or acknowledgement requirements. So protocol used in network communication also define message and encoding and message delivery option, message formatting encapsulation, and message timing, message size. So we have a message encoding. We have between hosts must be in appropriate format for the medium. So messages are first converted into bits by sending host. Each bit is encoded into a pattern of sound, light waves, and electrical impulse dependent on the network. So it has a network with a um, they call this fiber, wireless, and etc. So destination host receives and then decodes the signal in order to interpret the message. So as you can see, we have a message formatting and encapsulation. There is an agreed format for letters and addressing letter which is required for proper delivery. So putting the letter in the addressed envelope is called encapsulation. So each computer message is encapsulated in a specific format called a frame. So frame acts like an envelope providing destination and source address. So message size, human break long messages into smaller parts or sentences. So long messages must also be broken into smaller pieces to travel across the network. So as you can see in the diagram, what I call this figure. So a receiving host will reconstruct multiple frames into original messages. So message timing. So access method. Hosts on a network need to know when to begin sending messages and how to respond when collision occur. So as you can see in the figure, sorry, did not understand you. So sorry, I did not understand you. So this message timing. So flow control. Source and destination hosts use flow control to negotiate correct timing to avoid overwhelming the destination and ensure information is received. So response timeout, hosts on the network have rules and specify how long to wait for responses and what action to take if a response timeout occurs. So we have multicast messages, so one-to-one delivery. We have multicast messages, one-to-many delivery, and we have broadcast one-to-all delivery. So network protocol and standard. So rules that govern communication. So protocol suite are implemented by host and networking devices in software and hardware or both. So protocols are viewed in terms of layer with each higher level service depending on the functionality defined by the protocol shown in the lower levels. So as you can see, we have a figure here. So we have a network protocol. Networking protocol define a common format and set of rule for exchanging messages between devices. So some common networking protocol are hypertext, HTTP, TCP, and IP. So we have HTTP, application protocol that govern that web server and the web client are interact. So you can use the HTTP for web server and the web client. So TCP, transport protocol that manage the individual conversation. So IP encapsulates the TCP segment into packets, sign, addresses, and delivers to the destination host. So Ethernet allows communication over a data link and physical transmission of data on the network media. So we have here, so development of TCP IP. So Advanced Research Projects Agency Network, ARPANET, was the predecessor to today's internet. So ARPANET was funded by the U.S. Department of Defense for use by universities and research laboratories. So we have TCP/IP protocol suite and TCP/IP communication process. We have HTML, Ethernet, TCP, and data. And this frame is delivered to the nearest router along the path toward the web client. Each router adds new data link information before forwarding the packet. So we have a OSI reference model. We have application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, and physical. So for the application, contains protocol used for process-to-process communication, and presentation provides a common representation of data, and session provides services to the presentation layer to organize its dialogue and to manage data exchange. And then transport defines services to segment, transfer, and reassemble the data. Network provides services to exchange the individual pieces of data over network between identified and device. So data link provides method for exchanging data frames between devices over a common media, and physical describes the mechanical, electrical, functional, and procedural means to transmit bits across physical connection. So we have TCP/IP protocol model created in early 1970s for internet work communication. So open standard, also called TCP/IP model or the internet model. So in the OSI model, the network access layer and the application layer of the TCP/IP model are further divided to describe discrete functions that must occur at this layer. So we have packet tracer here. So we have 3.3 data transfer on the network. So message segmentation. So by sending smaller pieces, many different conversations can be interleaved on the network called multiplexing. So as you can see, multiple pieces are labeled for easy direction and reassemble. So as you can see, we have 321, 321. So labeling provides ordering the assemble the pieces when they arrive. So we have protocol data units. We have data, segment, packet, frame bits. So data, application layer PDU, segment, transport layer PDU, packet, network layer PDU, frame, data link layer PDU, bits, physical layer PDU. So as application data is passed down, the protocol stack information is added to each level. This as the encapsulation process. We have example of encapsulation. So data is divided into segment, and then TCP segment is encapsulated in the IP packet. The IP packet is encapsulated in the Ethernet frame. For the decapsulation, we have used for receiving device to remote one or more protocol headers. source IP address of the sending device, the original source of the packet, and the destination IP address, the address of receiving device, the final destination of the packet. So device on a remote network sending to remote network, the source and destination IP address represent hosts on a different network. So chapter 3.4, chapter summary. We'll not do that. So explain how we use facility communication. So this is the end of the summary of chapter 3, and I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for watching. Bye.